functional brains.
Oh, no, oh, 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
Oh yeah,
All right.
no, I started the stream. It's going right now.
Oh, where's it is? Where's I don't see it yet.
Oh yeah, I need to share the game with you. Hold the phones. Share your screen. The Stanley Parable.
Oh, there we are.
And there,
I like
there it is. There is game. It is currently gaming right now. What's up, gamers? I haven't
Hello,
even
gamers.
said, yeah.
Sorry, we didn't even say hello. We just kind of
yeah.
just started rambling.
Yeah. So, Dad, right? It asked us to set our favorite time last time. What is your favorite time?
My favorite time actually is 9 p.m. because it's the time I get to stream with you.
Nice. Okay.
So,
Let's set it to 9 p.m.
I like it.
9. Oh, I can't set. Okay, hold on. We're gonna go on a journey. There we go. Okay.
Oh yeah, sorry.
9 p.m. 9 p.m. Your favorite time of day? Or could you simply not resist giving me the correct time again? After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. Okay, now I'm curious how accurate 9 p.m. is. Let's use another slider to find out. How accurate is 9 p.m.? I mean, it's pretty accurate.
It's pretty accurate.
Yeah, because it was 9. I think it's 9:01 now. Cause it's been a minute, so let's set it like here, right?
Yeah.
You know, can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings.
Aww.
I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. I wish we had more sliders, but we've gone for all the sliders I have. Perhaps I could invent some new sliders to gather new data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, just let me whip a couple up new. Should be ready the next time you boot up the game.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Although I think we're gonna finish it, so I don't know if we'll be booting up the game again.
Finishing the game will involve resetting the game multiple times to give you that dialogue. But
this is true. Yeah.
For now, we gotta get the rest of we gotta get all the bucket endings.
This is the story of a man.
All right, we've seen this before. We know things.
Yeah.
So last time we went for the memory zone. Very nice.
Yes, we did.
Okay.
Very nice.
All of his co-workers were
All right,
gone.
I will let you decide what ending
Stanley
we get first.
decided to
I
go
think
to
I
the
remember the
meeting
ones we
room.
did
Perhaps
last time
Stanley
with the
picked up the
buckets.
bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again.
Up
Not
for you,
truly
Stanley.
alone. Not with the
Yeah.
bucket around.
So where do you want to go? Do you want to go back there or forward?
Let's go back. I didn't know back was really even an option. We've always just gone forward.
If you remember, there's the window.
That's exactly what I thought about doing.
What? Yo, it's going to the window.
Yes, we're definitely going to the window.
Ain't it a bit late out for us? Yeah, we typically like stream, or like I stream at 9 because it was just a time that worked out for me. I cannot get up on this chair. There we go.
Oh, do we have jump?
No, we do not.
Aww.
Sadly.
Yes, whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear. We've done it. We've escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self.
Right,
the bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own complicity therein, of sadness and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger. Of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim.
Very dull.
The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done.
All work and no bucket make a bucket a dull bucket.
Perhaps if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley.
What are you talking about?
He screamed.
You're a bucket!
To this, the bucket furrowed its brow.
No,
said the bucket.
Not since the evil wizard Gambhorata first ensnared me in his machinations as payback for the sacred amulet I stole from his treasured vaults. I was young back then and could not conceive the ramifications of... No!
Stanley screamed even louder this time.
This is stupid! You are a bucket!
Stanley just doesn't get it.
This is so stupid!
No, poor
Why
Stanley.
are you even doing this?
As Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold power, its fangs glistening like...
Oh damn, a battle.
Uh-oh.
Who won?
We did not win.
Stanley, you did it. You
We
saved
did?
us from the bucket. Thank God you already had all 12 emblems of sages and knew the incantations to summon their true power. Otherwise,
We did?
we would have easily been overwhelmed
Yeah.
by the bucket's power.
You don't remember
and
that?
Speechless. You've demonstrated such bravery here today.
We're gonna have to go back to
let's
the memory zone,
restart
'cause I don't
the game,
remember that.
And we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it.
Well, that was a powerful bucket.
Yeah, no, but we defeated
I don't know if I
it.
want to pick up the bucket again.
This code
Yeah,
has
So,
all the
gone.
yeah,
What could
casual
it mean?
quest killing.
Stanley
Yeah,
decided to go to
gotta,
the meeting.
gotta
room.
quickly
Perhaps
murder
he
the
had
bucket.
simply missed a memo.
we know what
Good old bucket.
we know the power of the bucket now. Do we want to
Off
mess
on
with such a
another
powerful
thrilling
thing and just
adventure
carry it around like a
together.
bucket?
No. Look, if it acts up, we got all 13 sages of the emblems or whatever. We
I
got
believe it
this.
was all 12 stage emblem
Also,
stages.
something.
Stages albums.
Look,
So-
details, schmeetails. Also,
Yeah.
Stanley clutched the
something
bucket tightly to
hilarious.
his chest and entered
That's
the
the
door
second
on his
time
left.
we've heard Gomparata mentioned. The first time was in the was like in the vent with like the tape recording with the guy who's like who talked about selling the bucket. He was
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was killed by, or like the last thing he said before he was killed was Gomparata, or presumably killed.
No.
Okay, so
Let's
left or
go
right?
left. Let's go follow what the narrator wants for the first time.
Yeah.
This is our first bucket run, right?
No, we've done bucket runs before. In fact, we did the follow all of his
Still no one
orders
was here.
ending with the bucket.
Stanley
Oh,
needed
then
the
we're
bucket's
definitely not
warmth
going
and
to.
comfort now more than ever.
Yes, because remember
Perhaps
when
Wait,
the boss's
we-
office
we
was
did
where
the
he'd find
closet.
answers.
yeah, and then we did down
Coming to a
here
staircase,
because this was
Stanley
like
and the bucket walked upstairs
that
to
just
the
like we
boss's
went crazy
office.
and we're like, where's our bucket?
But that's downstairs we went?
Heard of a glitch lately in the loading bay. What's the
Dude.
loading bay? Oh, what'd you say?
Did we go downstairs?
Yeah, we did, because like there was a scene there that played where it's like Stanley's like where's my bucket? I can't find my bucket.
Oh yeah. I wanna. What is it? Is there a glitch in loading?
Apparently Azurul-san has heard of a glitch in the loading bay.
Ooh. Can we try that one?
Oh, we'll see. Okay, so we do have a choice here. We can either get the escape pod ending by like triggering this door and then going back, or we can like keep going forward to one of the other endings.
Let's do the escape pod.
Stepping in.
Got it.
Nice.
Alright. Let's get it. So if you remember last time the escape pod ending played, we approached it and then like the game just like reset when we got close to it.
Yeah. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, but we
with
have a
bucket.
yeah, we have a bucket now. So like we're a
Yeah.
stronger person than we were before.
We have dark magic on our side, so it's a repentant dark magic, but it's definitely dark magic.
Wait, for some reason the bottom area doesn't kill you if you manage to get past the fence on the ledge.
Ooh.
I think I know what fence you're talking about. I'll check that out. Yeah, I'll see if I can get that to happen. Alright, let's go. It's go time. To escape.
Okay, I think I know what you mean by not being able to see anything. Because there were some times I couldn't see any. Well, this looks pretty and not see anything, but
Yeah.
on my laptop, if I angled it differently. But ironically, whenever we were on, when I
Prioritize your
tapped
buckets.
my Discord, my TV, it worked. Yeah, I could see everything. So
Yeah, I think it is just like monitor dependent when it comes to this stuff.
you're hitting the wall. Go to the left.
Oh, it's to the left? Or,
No, there you go, right there.
yeah, I like literally. Okay, there we go. Now I can see again. I can only see when there's red. Yeah,
You're doing a really good job of just guessing.
Well, I know what the layout is because it's just like a spiral over and over again. Okay, this should be. Yeah, here we go. Oh my god, we can step up to it. We can
Tell me
escape.
Bucket's not gonna leave us. Do it. Do it.
But we
Don't.
we must prioritize the bucket.
No.
It's as sad as you are.
Aww.
But this is how things must be. It has a life out there it wants to live.
Aww. Aww. Go. Be free, Bucket.
Salutes for the bucket.
Hi, Bucket.
Can't really see it, but I am doing a salute.
Go, Bucket. All right. So you want to try the loading zone glitch thing?
All
yeah.
of his co-workers were gone.
And then we'll bring the bucket along as well.
Stanley
Just in case
decided to go to the
oh well,
meeting
no. If I
room.
don't get it to
Perhaps
work,
he had
I'll
simply missed
die.
a memo.
Wait, where's the bucket?
Wait.
There's
What
no
the fuck?
bucket. Where'd the bucket go?
Oh,
oh
right.
my God.
It's not there. Right. So that's for this run. Love how the entirety of this new game was just based on the idea, what if the Stanley parable bucket.
When Stanley came to a
Yeah,
set of two
I heard
open-
like
this
how the
was not
progression
correct
of
way
that
to the meeting
happened,
room,
and it's
and Stanley
hilarious.
knew
Where
it
it's like
perfectly well.
like
Perhaps he wanted to
apparently
stop
like
by the
yeah, like the
employee
writer
lounge
like just
first,
thought of like
just
adding
to
a
admire
bucket
it.
to it, and like was literally just going to
Yes,
re-record
truly a
like
room worth
the original idea
admiring,
was just
but eager to get back
re-recording
to business,
all the lines
Stanley took the
except it
first
just
open
mentioned
door
that he
on
had a
his
bucket
left.
with him. And then eventually, like, he just started building upon it and just, like,
Stanley was
reworking
so
the
bad at
endings as
following
well.
directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired
That's
years ago.
great.
Okay, so is it like this fence on the left or that fence over there?
It's on the left? Or which one?
Well, so yeah, it doesn't kill you if you manage to get past the fence on the ledge. So I'm curious if they mean like this fence over here or like or this fence.
Gotta be that fence.
Because like I think it might theoretically be this one for you to jump. The ledge next to the lift.
Oh, so it is that fence.
Yeah, the ledge has to be fenced off. The ledge next to the lift has to be fenced off. So this one then.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I think we
How'd
might
you
have
get
needed,
up there?
I think we might have needed a jump then, but you know what? I'll see.
But in his eagerness to
Okay,
prove
didn't
that
work.
he was in control of the
I
story,
think I
Definitely
need-
thought
no
I need a
one gets
jump.
to tell him what to do.
I need a jump.
Stanley leapt from
I
the
can't get a
platform
jump,
and
though.
plunged to his death. Good
No, we-
job, Stanley.
we've taken our
Everyone
jumps
thinks you're
away.
Very powerful.
Subsequent run thing. Oh wait.
All of his
So I have to go
co-workers
there
were
again?
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
I think you
missed
need
a
to
memo.
fall off first to get the new fence. Okay.
Okay, let's see.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
But I
Perhaps
must
he
jump.
wanted to stop by the employee
Yes,
lounge
exactly.
first,
But we
just to
must
admire
jump
it.
to our death.
Wow. Yes,
But
this
not death.
room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay. New fence. Hopefully.
Stanley was so
maybe.
bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Is there no fence over there now?
Need to fall off first to get the new fence. Oh! Wait. The ledge... No, wait. The ledge next to the left needs to be fenced off. I'm pretty sure...
It used to have a fence.
So this ledge next to the lift is fenced off if... I think I know why it happens. This ledge gets fenced off if we go unplug the phone.
Okay.
Yeah, because the narrator wants to stop you from...
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong
I think
foot
that's
here.
it.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Yes, so...
I realize that
okay, yeah,
investing
they do
your
remember
trust
getting
in
fenced
someone
off later.
else can
Okay,
be
that's good
difficult,
then.
but
So,
the fact
we
is
might be
that
right.
The story has been about nothing
Yeah,
but
because
you all this
the
time.
narrator's just like, well, we can't
There's
have you
someone you've
dying
been
now that you're the
neglecting,
protagonist. So
Stanley.
it would make sense
Someone
that the
you've
deaf
forgotten
plane down there
about.
got canceled.
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
Right?
Now,
Because
I'm
there
not
would be no
asking
reason
Yeah.
to have there'd be no reason to have it
This
anymore
is it,
because the
Stanley.
player like can't fall
your
off,
chance to redeem
or like
yourself,
or isn't supposed to be able to
put
fall
your work
off.
aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Trying to navigate my way. There we go.
That's her, Stanley.
Can I?
Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone?
I sure
That
did.
wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that?
There's a
You
gap
actually
between the
chose
sign and the
incorrectly.
fence.
I didn't
You
even
can
know that was
crouch on there.
possible. Let
Unless
me
they
double
fix
check.
it. Well, we'll try.
Oh, we should have brought the bucket with us because we could have knocked this
It's
one out.
definitely here, clear as
No.
day. Stanley picks up
We-
the phone. He's taken to his apartment
we
where
didn't
he
do
finds
this
his
one.
wife, and the two pledge themselves
No,
to
we
one
didn't do this
another.
one yet with
Music
the
comes
bucket.
in,
But we wouldn't be
fade
able to
white,
complete it
roll
because we're trying
credits.
to
Not
glitch the
picking up
game,
phone
right?
is actually somehow
Yeah,
an
we are trying to
incorrect
glitch
course
the
of
game.
action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
I just imagine like from like a bird's eye
believe
view,
I was
just
so
him
mistaken.
saying that as
This
I'm
is why
just
you've been able to
circling
make
around
correct
this
and incorrect
phone.
choices. And to think I've
Just
been
like,
getting
yeah, they had
around
the
in this
top
game for
view.
so long. If you've made any more
Just
wrong
like, yeah, I
choices,
don't
you
think
might have
I'm
negated it
Stanley,
entirely.
if
It's
I'm
as though
gonna
you
be honest.
completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Time for instructional.
Choice.
Yay.
It's the best part of being a real person.
Cannot
But if
skip.
used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous.
Shame.
For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food
Oh, you know
shortages
something
across the
interesting?
world to make life better
I
for all
realized
people.
recently that
Or he could
this
spend
this
years of
cutscene was
hard work
actually
forgetting how to
changed.
read.
Like not
Which
entirely,
choice
but
would you make?
the choice
Remember
Rupert
that unlike
has
here,
changed.
the real world makes sense, and
the
at no
original
time
one
should
was
you
like,
make a choice that does not conform to rational
Oh fuck!
logic.
I cannot
If
think
you find
over
yourself
this.
speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the
you know,
person
the
to finish their
original one
thought,
they said,
then provide an excuse why you cannot continue
I
talking.
can't think of words.
Turn to a partner and practice saying,
It was like
"My
Rupert
goodness,
can
is
either
it 4:30?
like
I'm supposed
help
to be
like
having
third
a
world
fat sack and crack."
nations or like help impoverished third world
Excellent.
nations or
Making
set
choices on a
fire to
regular
every
basis
orphan in a
is
3
the
mile
best
radius.
part to a healthy decision-making process.
It was
Most medical
2014
professionals
version.
recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices
How
are
many choices
actually
do you make
meaningful
today, Chris?
and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the
-2.
world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant.
That's me.
And the feeling should subside.
Wow.
At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Okay, here we go.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to
me
deteriorate
out.
as a
Let
result
me
of
out.
narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes
Swivel,
ago
swivel, swivel,
and see
swivel,
what the
swivel,
correct thing to
swivel,
do
swivel,
would have
swivel,
been.
swivel, swivel,
This way,
swivel,
please.
swivel. Oh, I'm blocking the door. Okay, so here's all the fences. Okay, so there's a gap between the sign and the fence. Okay, so this is not where this... Yeah, so that sign, I feel.
Okay.
Okay, I keep forgetting how long that is.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying.
Yeah, of
Imagine
course.
the main
I'm not
character
gonna
dying
die.
senselessly halfway through
No.
the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately,
do a cool
it seems
clip.
this place is not well equipped to deal
Maybe,
with reality.
if it's not patched.
Hopefully it's not patched.
Okay, yeah, I see. Oh, that was easy. Hey, I've never been under here before. Oh, that's sick.
That's so awesome. I didn't know loading docks.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, thanks for mentioning this, Azuriel, son. This is sick.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look, we got the
No
void.
way.
Oh, oh. Oh, what? Oh my god. Do you hear
What?
that?
I do. What
Is,
does it mean?
is this intentional? Wait. Did they intentionally add this here? What happens if I... Well, hold on. Oh, wait, I think this is a wall. Yeah, it's a wall. Okay. Accounting plus. Yeah, I think they probably just, like, found this bug and then just, like, decided, just, like, we'll turn it into an Easter egg. I love that about
so
this
cool.
game. It's, like, it's just so chill to just roll with stuff like this.
Yeah. I mean, developers.
It's probably a
wait.
placeholder no one really knows. No, I can't imagine that sound effect was added there, like, just as a placeholder. Because it's, like, you'd never see it otherwise. So, like, it had to be for, like...
to be able to come down here.
Yeah, like, it had to be made specifically for people who are gonna clip out of bounds, or, like, they knew about that, I feel. Alright, well, that's sick. Wait, the music was there from the start? Alright.
Oh, it just got louder. We were singing.
No, like...
we didn't notice it.
No, like, so... I know, what I'm saying is, like, during development, they caught it. Like, not once the game was released.
Ah, well. Alright, let's take the bucket.
Yeah, let's take... Okay.
And let's... we can do that same thing we just did.
Yeah, do the phone.
Yes, let's do the phone.
Alright.
Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfect. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but
No,
Stanley
it was
had
not.
felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Yeah,
and here it
so-
was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Well, no, never mind.
But I also
bucket
heard that
was
it wasn't
wrong.
possible to clip there in the original.
Stanley took the
I
door on
wouldn't
his
doubt
left
that it's not
to go
possible to
back to
clip
the
there in the
meeting room.
original. Oh yeah, also, yeah, so I remember we did do that last time. Like, we went down that elevator, because that's where the bucket destroyer was.
Said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else.
Like,
The
if it
cargo
wasn't in the
lift.
original,
Good,
that
said the
kind of
bucket.
makes me
Now
even
ride the lift all the way to the
like,
top.
that makes me
There's something
think
up there
even
I
more
need you to do.
that,
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket
that
was
like,
speaking
it was,
to
like,
him.
either
It should have
added
alarmed
or
him, of
just,
course,
like,
because
left
buckets
there
can't talk.
intentionally.
But Stanley chose not to think about this.
Because, like, if they went out of their way to, like,
He
gate
was
that off in
firmly
the
convinced
original,
that the bucket had
and then they
spoken
didn't
to him,
in the, like,
and
the
he
sequel.
unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Bucket destroyer destroyed every bucket? No, it didn't destroy a single bucket. Stanley made sure of that.
In here.
Yeah.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Alright, so unplug phone.
Oh yeah, we definitely
Now
unplugged
pick
some.
up the phone.
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone?
Because I thought it'd be cool.
Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things.
That's what he
Buckets
thinks.
can't talk. It was a joke.
Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket.
I
Can't you
thought
see?
bucket
Oh,
talked.
goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should
whole
I
game
have
is a
paused
bucket.
for
We haven't
longer
seen it yet.
or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting right here. Let's take a look.
Ooh.
Yeah, okay, here we go. Instructional
Instructional
video.
book.
Is
I love it.
comedic timing? What is
Oh, yeah.
comedic
Yeah, we get a new one.
timing? How does it work?
Yeah.
How long should it last?
Dad, we
How
should
can
really
it be
listen to
used to
this.
effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds?
We're about to
Thankfully,
find out.
the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Nice. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
I'm Dunny with the funny.
I'm
Good.
Dunny
this
with the
saying
funny.
is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random.
So this is good advice.
And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threaten our very existence and who very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
Versus Sake 167, now we learned about comedy. What a great day.
Goodness,
that
this
is
video
nice.
is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
Head back. Yeah, let's see.
All right.
We're done with the funny now.
Heck yeah.
All right. Head on back.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept.
I can't wait.
Comedy. That's what you'll call me.
I think buckets are the best, make the best comedian.
Video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now? Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure.
Yeah, we got
the bucket spoke to Stanley.
The bucket spoke.
The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
I love how I can relate to that so much, because sometimes when I'm trying to learn the lyrics to a song, I will just keep changing my pitch to be like, does that voice work better? Does that one?
And do you, in the end, just go with it?
I don't know. And I've never really gotten to that part, I guess.
When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
So, if you want to see the whole thing play out, we do go right.
Go right.
Yeah. I love how willing the voice actor is to say all this ridiculous shit. Oh, we're here.
Back at the phone already? No. What's going on? There was supposed to be several rooms leading up to this.
Should have been ready.
There was supposed to be a build-up to this point. A dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit, which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land. Well, not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the two doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video again.
Yeah, you'll figure it out the second time.
That will help me improve my...
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, so he's just gonna get it on the run back.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I saw.
Do we go left now?
Yeah, we go left. This is the way to go. Yeah, remember Jackson guy actually hiring
You
him
were
to.
supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back
So-
to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley.
Like,
I'm going
I
to
knew
be
what I was
ridiculed in
doing.
the community of other joke writers.
Yeah.
I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All
Yeah.
because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you
Pretty proud.
What happened?
Stanley,
Remember
you love
this?
the bucket so
Oh my
much.
goodness! Yeah.
It's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison. Yes. Well, let me try that again,
Nice.
Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. Now,
I love the contrast between like
is it the delivery?
the original ending here where it's very sad, and now it's just him telling jokes.
What's another word to describe a bucket?
Yes.
Stanley, this bucket is so metal, I think I saw it playing guitar. No. We're getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes. I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is.
No, we do not need more instructional videos.
This is-
Yes, more instructional videos.
More.
Let's see.
This is much better than the narrator depressingly telling Stanley to choose a door. Or I could see that. I
Yeah.
like both.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered.
Oh
to
yeah,
himself.
no, but like when it comes to the
Minutes?
Jacksepticeye thing
Days?
though, it's like yeah, like
Centuries?
I've seen like the
Did something
narrator.
crucial happen while
I've seen like the narrator just like get like get to do a lot of
committed
like
bucket,
voice work and
a
stuff.
bucket of culture and
And I think it's really cool.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Yeah, right. So going back right or going back left?
Let's do ooh.
Which one?
Let's go left. If there are other endings, we still have to do left. Let's
Yeah.
do left.
There's still more. I'd tell you if there wasn't.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
You know what? Something I'll show you real quick. So you can open this in the Ultra Deluxe version now. And here's an
Ah.
elevator.
Really?
Yeah. We can close it.
Oh, nice music.
Yeah, you can get this song to play in the options menu as well. And if you listen really closely, you can hear the narrator singing. Yeah, you hear that?
I hear him breathing.
Yeah, he's like singing lyrics. I have no idea what he's saying. It's really quiet, but he is singing. And yeah. And this is the whole interaction. You just kind of sit and hear the music until you press this button and leave. Because it's just
It doesn't open at the bottom floor?
nope.
No.
So it like the elevator, I presume, doesn't move. It just kind of stays there and does like a shaking effect while the music plays.
Wow.
That's my guess.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Oh no.
Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket.
Here we go.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it
He's
the
just
bucket
vibing.
knew
Yeah, he
all
do be
along?
vibing though.
Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical
Okay.
explanation.
So from here. Okay, so we can, once this elevator goes all the way down, we can 8. Yeah, I think Dad, I showed you the thing where you
elevator
keep
raced
pressing
down,
8 on the keypad,
plummeting
right?
towards an
keep-
unknown.
I don't remember that.
You keep
It would
pressing
be
it, and
all
then
Stanley
eventually it
could
says
do to keep
8.
himself together, if not for the bucket.
It says what?
Soothing him,
It says 8,
comforting him,
if you keep pressing it enough.
reassuring that in this darkest moment of
I can,
uncertainty, he would be all right.
Yeah, I
The
can
bucket is
show you
here
that
for
on the
you,
next run
Stanley.
through.
Everything will be
Okay.
fine.
So, okay, so we have a choice here. We can go back up, or you could see the ending if we go back up, or see the end, or see one of the endings down there.
One of the endings down there.
Okay. All right.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read,
do you want to go
Mind Control
escape
Facility.
okay, escape?
Let's escape with the bucket. We're trying to free the bucket. We've already freed it once. We can do it again.
I don't remember if you don't know if you remember the escape
Stanley and
thing,
the
but
bucket would both meet a violent death.
yeah, but that violent death.
No.
The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and
It's
the
not
bucket
We know we
had
can kill
every
ourselves
opportunity to
violently,
turn
but can we
around
kill
and
Bucket?
get back on track.
Oh, this is a very
At this
resilient
point,
bucket.
Stanley and the bucket were knowingly
Let's test
walking
it.
forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Like
Call
this,
it Becky the Bucket.
this is not about our existence. This is a test for the bucket to prove its might. All right. This bucket needs to prove that it is a bucket worth bucket.
Yes, worth extra contenting. Extra contenting.
There is this part though.
As
What
the machine
is
whirled into
going on?
motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be.
Coward.
To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere.
He just doesn't get it.
Farewell, Stanley.
Come on, crush me. Do it.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the
What?
bucket were led
Yeah,
helplessly
don't you remember
into
the second
enormous
narrator?
metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's
you not?
life
Oh,
came
yeah,
to an
okay.
end, as it was
To be
crushed
fair, we saw a
violently
lot
to
of
death.
endings during that first
We
stream.
did see a lot of endings.
Yeah, so yeah, but that's what
It was a shame.
that narrator
the
does
death of
have
such
to
a
come up
magnificent
in this
bucket.
ending.
It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to
Like
behold.
they had the second narrator.
Maybe
also
it's a good thing we
record lines.
befriended the bucket, because it sounded like a pretty cool dude.
Yeah, no, but some people have different opinions on that. Yeah, the fact that I had the second narrator also record lines is amazing. I imagine it's probably hard to find her after all this time. The bucket welcomes you to the grand exhibit. You are standing at the precipice of knowledge. Much like a bucket itself, the human mind is frequently empty within, a cavernous void. But through use of the exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full and enriched and sustained. And no knowledge of the bucket and its history is the only true knowledge we really have. Will you take what you learn here out with you into the world? Will you accept it with an open mind? What may be challenging about the information in this exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself and your loved ones as a result of this exhibit? Or will you turn a blind eye and continue living as you were, in ignorance and darkness?
Oh,
I mean, ignorance and darkness sounds kind of nice.
yes, it sounds pretty
Can you
intense.
see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
I mean, that's true. Heard she actually sent her lines first, and that's what convinced the devs to keep going with this joke. Oh, I could see that. 25 buckets. A photograph of 25 buckets, the greatest number of buckets ever captured on camera. The photographer experienced catonic shock for several weeks as a result of the euphoria from exposure to this many buckets at once. Look at all
amazing.
25 of them. Also,
That's
I'm not sure
huge.
if you remember, but in the non-bucket version, this is an exhibit showing like the behind the scenes on the Stanley Parable. A bucket.
Really?
Yeah, but now it's buckets. A bucket with two handles. This bucket is depicted as having two handles. Such a design has never been created in real life, having been deemed too dangerous and recklessly experimental. Every year, dozens are put to death just for attempting it.
Wow.
Yeah, we're learning a lot about buckets. This is actually an edutainment stream. Except you don't have a lot of entertainment to provide. Inferno
Yeah.
buckets. A replica of the Inferno bucket, which in the medieval era was so powerfully alluring that it drove dozens of nations to war with one another for control of it. Billions died, and yet in spite of it all, the simple fact remains: no one can control a bucket.
Wow, it's deep.
Yeah, stress analogy, or the stress bucket, an analogy. Stress bucket, presented without commentary. Worrying, negative forecasting, negative thinking, lack of reassurance. Vulnerability equals size and strength of the bucket. Okay. Coping strategies equals holes. Rest and relaxation, doing something you enjoy. Rest and relaxation. Stress equals level of water in the bucket. Such an amazing analogy that she has. She could have been the one who wrote this. Yeah, she could have wrote this.
All right, so let's see this picture.
Oh yeah, it's a little chanting. It's really quiet though. Cave drawing. While we know that buckets predate the existence of mankind, we do not know by how long. Yeah, didn't you know that? This cave drawing depicts early man's discovery of the practical uses of the bucket, by which time the bucket had already likely been around for several millennia. Notice in these drawings how the bucket is allowing itself to be used, having judged humanity to be worthy of its treasures. I mean, that's pretty good treasure.
Yeah.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
Oh, no, we're not kneeling before the bucket, are we?
I mean, I'm kneeling right now. I don't know about you. The hanging bucket. This piece symbolizes the necessary relationship between bucket and humanity. However clear a grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet more that is always out of reach. This distance, inevitably, is for our own good. I'm gonna go for now and waste time on Lego. Have fun. Goodbye, Azuriel-san.
Bye.
Hey, thanks for stopping by. Alright, you ready to reach for a bucket?
I am ready.
Well, this is trippy.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong. Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game.
So,
don't give him another
if you remember
opportunity to
correctly,
run
last
with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision.
So the dialogue without the bucket is her like telling you it's like restart the game. So like that's it's the dialogue without the bucket. Bucket really changes the perception
Stanley knew
of
the
Stanley.
office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. The embrace of an old friend, a weathered companionship that stands the test of time.
All right.
Stanley clutched
Left
the bucket
or
tightly
right?
to his chest and entered the
Oh yeah,
door
right.
on his left.
Yeah, because we're gonna show the 8 thing.
Yep.
8.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office,
speed on
Stanley was
time.
once
Oh,
again
yeah, right.
stunned
Sorry, 8.
to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by
And
the
then if I
weight
do it
of this
one more time.
revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire,
There it is.
if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now,
I'm not sure
in
if
his
you heard
darkest
it, but
hours,
there was
Stanley
a guy
guessed
who
the
said
correct code
8.
by sheer luck. Was it the
And you
bucket
also
he
get an
knew all
achievement
along?
for doing that
Was
as
the
well.
bucket guiding him?
Yeah, but this should run
This is
regardless.
certainly the most logical explanation.
Alright, so. Would you like to go back up the elevator or see or see one of the endings ahead?
Back up the elevator.
All right, let's go. So last time...
Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again. The bucket said nothing.
Yeah, so last time we just kept going up and down, and then until the narrator was like, "You're inspiring people, Stanley. We need to hold an interview for you." You remember that?
Yeah.
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over
Let's
and
go.
over.
Let's go.
Wow, he said. The number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life. Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always felt such a connection with the bucket. How was this not as exciting to the bucket as it was to him? Once Stanley had had enough of the number 3, he got back in the elevator.
Alright, guess I'm done with the number 3. It's a shame that only one of us shares enthusiasm.
Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
Like that's just such an excitable thing to be excited about, you know? You know what, let's do it again.
Again?
Yeah, let's do it again.
No, said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3 means to me. You and I have been through so much together, and I just want you to see what I see. Feel the happiness I feel. He smiled at the bucket, and the bucket said nothing.
The bucket will understand. We just need to keep
Yeah,
trying.
a very small amount.
Look. The bucket doesn't understand right now, but in due time it will learn.
Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll really show you. He
Here we
ran to
go.
the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush. He told stories through the number 3, stories of his dreams and hopes and fears. And the whole time, he looked to his bucket for a reaction of some kind. Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all, only silence. Crushed by a wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator.
God, we were so close too. It almost understood. If only we could
Stanley
get it
and the bucket
understand
were
somehow.
so close. They'd always been there for one another. Why suddenly could the bucket not connect with this passion of Stanley's? The question caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down the elevator. He knew that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be?
Alright, so we got that one.
Alright, no,
What's the
hold
next
on.
one?
I have the solution. Back up the elevator.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. I got the solution now. I understand. This will really convince the bucket.
Ah, said Stanley. I know what to do. I know how to fully express this feeling in my heart. He decided right then and there that he would hold a press conference where he would speak
We're
to
holding
the
a press
public
conference?
on all
Yeah.
matters relating to pressing the number 3 over and over. He would elaborate fully on what the number 3 meant to him and why he felt so alive when pressing it. Then the bucket would be able to see his joy through the eyes of others. It would get to see the world react to this discovery of Stanley's. And it would be through the public eye that the bucket would finally understand
There we go.
Stanley's work.
Yeah, don't you remember this?
For
And
months,
then, like,
he advertised and marketed his press conference, building excitement around it, developing and rehearsing it, until it couldn't be refined a single measure further. When the big day arrived, Stanley was as prepared as he'd ever been for anything in his life.
storyteller.
Who was that?
That was Stanley. a stage. Free. 427. Free.
This was it. One last
Oh, is that the
chance
door
to
that we
win the
couldn't go
bucket
in
over.
before?
One opportunity to share a true connection with a loved one.
Free again. No, I don't think... No, because there's only one way we can go. Yeah, if you remember last time we went up here and there was a bunch of fucking blinding lights and cheering that was incredibly loud, so get ready.
Yeah. After the
There
party
was no one
balloon
For
thing.
nothing.
Nobody had come to the
Nothing?
press conference to hear Stanley speak,
What it really means
to
is
listen
press
to
number
him
3 on the
talk about
keypad
what
over
it
and
really
over again.
means to press the number 3 on a keypad over and over. He was unloved, uninteresting, he was a failure, and in that moment Stanley knew that the bucket would never again take him seriously. There would be no connection, no deeper understanding. The bucket merely sat there in his arms, indifferent. And so it began that slowly, over many years, the two of them grew more and more distant. They spoke less and less, neither wishing to state the obvious, that any sense of real respect between them had eroded since that day at the press conference. There would be no more games, no more long conversations about passion and pursuit, only a silence that consumed the space between friends. And Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship, was cast back into the unremarkable normalcy of loneliness.
Alright, so that was the number 3 ending.
All right. What's gonna be number 4?
Well, doesn't exist. Only
The
3
meeting room.
exist.
Yes, that's where
No,
everyone
I
would
want the
be.
4th one.
Stanley
No,
just
only
needed to get to
free.
the meeting room.
Only
and
3
No.
exists.
It made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps, he would become both of those things.
Alright,
Stanley
left or
clutched
right?
the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Which way?
Which way are we going now?
I don't know, I'll let you choose. We still have endings on both sides.
All right, let's do the one on the left.
Okay. I think there's 2 more endings we have not gotten on the
Still
left
no one
with
was
the
here.
bucket.
Stanley needed the bucket's
Is there,
warmth and
I wish
comfort.
there was a way
now
we could
more
see
than
to list
ever.
everything we
Perhaps
completed.
his boss's
Yeah.
office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I know which ones we've gotten before and which ones we haven't, so that'll be good enough.
Stepping into his manager's
No, yeah,
office,
we're definitely
Stanley
relying
was
on your
once
memory.
again stunned to discover not an indication of any human
My memory
life.
is
But
not
Stanley
always the
guessed correct
best,
code by
but
sheer
I
luck.
think I got
Was
this
it the
pretty
bucket you
down
found?
pat.
Was the bucket guiding him?
Hopefully.
Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
All right.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read,
Okay, so we
Mind
gotta escape.
Control Facility.
Okay, so the 2 endings we haven't gotten. So we can either we can fall into the bottom of the mind control facility, or we can power on the mind control machine.
Oh.
Which one do you want?
All right, let us fall off, and then
Fall off?
the other thing, yeah, and that's
Okay.
what we'll do at this time. And then
Yeah.
next time, though, definitely want to do the pie. So,
Yeah, power on mind control facility. There we go. So if you remember correctly, last time this happened,
But just as
there was a
Stanley
whole
was
song
to
about
proceed
this.
further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below. Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his fall. Now, what to do
What?
next? Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here. So they set up a little couch and relaxed. It really wasn't so bad down here, a bit cold perhaps. After some time had gone by, they installed a few shelves as well, and a sort of kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket was craving paninis.
Specifically paninis.
But it wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home. In fact, after some time, Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility at all. He'd never gotten to fully explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility.
Yeah, but we got this place.
This lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning. It unsettled the bucket.
God.
Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path. It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley was unconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending. But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually. It's what the bucket was counting on. The two of them waited for a very long time.
Well, you know, it was an ending.
Was an ending.
Yeah, the bucket.
There's one more down.
The bucket counted on the
His
right
coworkers
thing.
were gone. What could it mean?
All right, so let's do
Stanley
the
decided to
alternative
go to
ending
the
there.
meeting room. Not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky fellow.
Yeah, so
very lucky indeed.
the default
Stanley
like
clutched the
trying
bucket
to
tightly
power
to
on the
his
mind
chest
control facility
and
ending
entered
ends
the
with the
door on his
narrator
left.
being like, "Oh, are you trying to mess with the story, Stanley? Well, I'm just gonna blow up
Still no one was
everything."
here. Stanley needed the bucket's
Yeah, we
warmth
did that. We
now
don't want that
more
again.
than ever.
Yeah, but now we
Perhaps
have
his
a
boss's
bucket.
office. Coming to a
As
staircase,
always.
Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Good job, you made it
Stepping
to the
into his
bottom of
manager's
the mind
office,
control
Stanley was once again
facility.
stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Really?
Crushed by, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
We're going straight
Was it
through
the
this
bucket
door.
knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes,
Ah, fuck.
this is certainly the most logical explanation. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Alright, here we go. I'm gonna
You
try.
read the little letters.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna try a cool
The lights
speed run.
rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place
There
hold?
we go.
Stanley and the
So
bucket
look at this,
both
we're
wondered
on
to
here
themselves.
early.
Wow.
See, it's cool. There's
The
an
monitors
achievement
jumped to
for
life,
beating,
and Stanley nearly dropped
or
the
like,
bucket in shock.
yeah, for like,
Everyone in the office was being
beating the
videotaped,
Stanley Parable in under
monitored
4
like
minutes
guinea
and
pigs.
22 seconds.
The
That
bucket
trick is
had
very
never seen
necessary to get
anything
that
like this,
time.
and it very nearly
Because, like,
burst into tears
most
as
of what
Stanley
you're looking
cradled
at
it
is just
gently,
cutscenes.
reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
Depends on the bucket.
These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it.
I just like to
His
imagine
own life in someone
just
else's
them
control.
like picking up
Never!
into the
He
bucket and
squeezed
screaming
the bucket
into it.
tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But
Alright,
here
let's
was the
turn it
proof.
on.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all
gonna
of it
get it.
monitored and commanded from
We're
this
gonna get
very
it.
place. And as the reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror.
No.
Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly, silly birds.
Oh my
The
god.
control buttons became active again.
Oh my god. It's bird.
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best.
I
And
mean, it seems
Stanley
pretty chill.
was happy.
It's hilarious how this is one of the few happy endings.
Yeah, I know.
Just
can
watching
call it
footage
that.
of birds forever.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in,
It takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent. Stanley checked his ego and then proceeded onward. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his
Okay.
chest and entered
So,
the door on his
yeah,
left.
we've done everything
This
on
was
the
not
left.
the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Okay,
No.
so...
Said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room.
Okay,
go
so
somewhere
we can
else.
either go
The
through that
cargo
door
lift,
over
yes.
there, or
Go
pick up the
there.
phone up
Go
there.
to the cargo lift.
Which one do you want to do? Dad?
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, which one do you want to do? Do you want to do the door over there, or phone up there?
Let's go back up.
Yeah, the phone.
Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
There should only be
Stanley
one
did
more
not
up here.
question why or how this
Yeah, there's
bucket
only
was
one
speaking to
ending
him.
up here,
It
and
should
then
have
there's
alarmed
one
him, of
ending
course,
down there,
because
and I
buckets
think
can't
that's
talk.
actually all
But
of
Stanley
them.
chose not to think about this obvious fact.
All the endings, or all the
He was
ones for
firmly
this
convinced that the
section?
bucket had
Like,
spoken
yeah,
to
all-
him,
all the
and
endings
he
we haven't seen.
unthinkingly did whatever the bucket
What?
asked.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Now pick up the phone.
Alright, we're picking up the phone.
Picked up the phone.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon
Aw.
a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend.
I mean, we were.
And then,
Whoa.
very distressingly, he
Are we
began
home?
to believe the bucket
Yeah.
could speak to him.
Oh yes, we are. I remember this ending. Never mind.
Yeah. But instead of like our fake wife, it's now a bucket. Hello, Stanley. It's me, your bucket. Press L
Oh
to
my
take me to work
gosh.
with you. All right, L.
Wow.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance
Wow.
Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
I mean, I'm hearing the bucket pretty clearly. You know, it's press
Yeah,
Z to take me
it
back home
clearly
with you.
spoke.
Yeah, look, there
Alright,
it is, talking.
Let's do
Later,
it.
I've
See?
been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this,
you
obsessing
go out the
over
window?
an inanimate metal object?
Sadly, no.
I want to say something to him, but I don't know
Aw.
how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
Press Z to go back to work. I mean, we're listening to Bucket right
I'll
now.
try
This is
anyway.
Bucket hours.
Stanley,
Yes.
can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket.
It can't think, it can't talk.
But it's
All it
real
will ever
good.
truly do for you is effectively transfer a
It does
liquid
talk.
from
It says,
one
"Hello,
location to a different location."
property of
That's
Stanley.
It doesn't do
So-
anything else.
This man's a fool. He doesn't understand. Don't listen to the loud man. Press F for us to go back home. I forgot about that.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time, it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he
We
cares
ignored
about
you
is
all
this
the
awful
time.
bucket. This stupid
We
hunk
ignored
of
you
metal.
so many.
Press L to ignore anyone in your life except for me. Sounds good.
I don't see any other button worth pressing.
I suppose
Yeah.
he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket.
Oh,
Well, I'll give it this. The bucket
Ah.
does have a nice shine to it.
he's starting to get it.
It does.
He's understanding.
You finally understand the love of the bucket.
You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Press M to go back home.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid.
It can
Like it
transfer
would be
acid.
better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Press R to relive the same day with me over and over.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
Because it's not just a regular bucket. Press
It's
Q
just
to
not.
press Q to go home to work to home to work to home.
Oh no. I'm having feelings. The bucket. Oh no. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket?
There's
Hear what the
candles
bucket
in
has
the
to say. Do
frying
anything
pan.
it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes.
No.
The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation.
It's my bucket, damn it.
Stanley, give me the bucket.
Never.
Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley.
Don't
I need
give him
it.
the bucket.
Give it to me now. Give it or
Close your
I'll...
eyes.
Don't give him the bucket. Oh.
Go back to work, Stanley. Well, he didn't get the bucket. We did not let
No,
him.
we weren't even going to let him have the bucket. We're holding on to the bucket with all of our force.
Stanley
Yeah.
knew
Alright,
the
so this
office
is the
layout like
last
back of
one,
his
then?
hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others.
Yeah,
wherever
I'm
they
pretty sure
were.
it's the only one we haven't
Stanley
gotten.
cradled the bucket in a gentle
Give him the bucket?
embrace.
No, Yo
Protective,
Modestu, we're not giving him the bucket.
assertive, yet
Also,
We're
hi.
never giving him the bucket. It's
Stanley
our
touched
bucket.
the bucket
It says
tightly to his-
property
This was not
of
the correct word in the
Stanley.
meeting
Yeah,
room.
he even
Stanley
put
had
that
felt
sticker
the
on
bucket
there.
calling to him, telling
had
him
to.
that the employee lounge
Yeah, no, that's
was
what happened
simply
when we
place
entered
to
the
be.
broom closet.
And here it was. Had the
Exactly.
bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Alright,
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. A cargo lift, yeah, good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
dancing.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the
He doesn't
bucket
even
had
react
spoken
to us
him,
jumping
and
off
he
anymore.
unthinkingly
No,
did
no.
whatever the
I was
bucket
going to say, he
asked.
just keeps going.
Yeah, so this is where the red and blue doors are.
Oh, yeah.
No, stop.
Oh.
Not there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this
Ah,
point.
shit.
Stanley, how could you think it was okay to
Freaking
bring a
heck.
bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket?
What are
I
you
suppose
talking
that
about?
would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Alright, look, I know what is and isn't a bucket. We'll humor him.
How do we not know what is and isn't a bucket? A bucket is a bucket.
Yeah, look, we'll
Now
we'll just humor him on
I'm going to
this.
run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right?
This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin.
Okay. All right, Dad. Here we go.
Let's
Item
do it.
1.
Is this a bucket?
All right. Yes
Yes.
or no? It's a bucket?
It's a bucket.
Incorrect. It is a hologram
What?
of a bucket, not an actual
You gotta look
bucket.
out for that one, Dad. You gotta be ready for those. This is a hard
Item
one.
2. Is this a bucket?
All right, now really think
Yeah.
about this one.
Totally a bucket.
Totally, okay.
Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
You gotta be ready for those. This is a tricky man.
It was the bucket.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
All right.
Yes.
What say you? Okay, this is a bucket.
Yep.
Correct. This is a bucket.
You got it.
Woo!
There we go.
See, I knew I could spot a bucket a mile away.
Easy game.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Now, is this? You have to think about this one carefully here. You have to really test your logic.
Okay, so what are we doing?
Is this right here a bucket?
Yeah,
Yes, this is a bucket.
the bucket tractor.
It's a bucket tractor.
Think so.
I mean, a bucket tractor isn't a bucket.
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just move on to the next one. Is this a bucket?
All right. Is it a bucket?
Yeah.
All right.
Correct.
Nice.
This is a bucket.
You got 2 out of 5.
Look at that. Wait, what was the difference between that one and the other one?
Well, that.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Well, so the 4th item wasn't a bucket; it was a tractor, and then the 5th item was a bucket. You know?
Did it look like a tractor?
Yeah. Okay.
So, yes, it's totally a bucket.
All right.
We're
bucket.
going yes.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
God, it's a tricky one. He's a tricky man, this man's. So we have 2.5.
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
Yes.
Is this a bucket?
Just say yes. That's a bucket.
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something, and therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
Do you?
Yes. Heck yeah.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
Yeah.
Stanley, I can't keep doing this.
Oh, so
I'm
we
losing
can't
myself,
answer
and
him.
myself was all I ever had to begin with.
Aww.
I'm
What
afraid
if
the
you had a
bucket is
bucket?
threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
How could you?
Okay, here we go.
So wrong.
Well,
What
he
happened?
crashed the game.
Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea.
All buckets.
Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're
No
not
bucket.
buckets.
We figured
Yes,
it out.
I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person?
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
here we go.
Yeah.
I remember when we
broken
tried
narrator.
mentioning that to Larry. He was just out for months.
Mm.
Oh, shit.
What?
This is it. This is the room I wanted.
This is the
Wait.
one you were trying to get?
Yes.
mean?
Welcome to the
Stanley
whiteboard
decided to go to the
ending.
meeting room.
Yay!
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We got them all.
Oh, that's awesome!
Okay, I want to provide a bit of context for this. So, at the beginning of the last time we played the Stanley Parable, before the stream started, for nearly an hour, I was jumping off the catwalk trying to get this room to trigger.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I thought it was. At one point, we walked into a hallway, but it wasn't what he was talking about.
So
So
something
now
cool.
I know what he's talking about.
So normally, in 2013 Stanley Parable, this tells you a code that will let you enter dog mode, which but here it's just like a little like thing you can turn on. So
Oh, nice.
so every time
what is-
you press an interact button, it does a dog bark sound.
Nice.
Yeah, instead of
Completely wasteless.
Instead of
But that
this.
is cool. Oh, we're leaving dog mode on?
no.
Because we'll never be able to turn it off again unless we get this room again.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah, I'm fine with not having dog barking. So, okay, that was that. Alright. So now,
Alright.
now what we gotta do is we gotta trigger the other dialogue at the start of each game. So, let's just do that.
Trigger the other dialogue. Okay, you'll have to show me that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you mean like go through the actual, like, introduction dialogue.
Yes.
So,
So,
I like it.
share your screen. Stanley Parable. Okay, adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. I'm turning that shit all the way up. Please adjust the slider until the cat and dog are friends. Friend.
Aww.
Please adjust the slider until the number becomes the number 9. There we go. Please adjust the slider until you stop adjusting the slider. Alright, Dad, where do you think is a good place to leave this?
Oh, balanced in the middle.
Alright. Which of the two made-up words is the most appealing to you? Ogguboinkle or Scrumtush?
Gruntish.
Scrumt. Please don't adjust the slider. You got it, buddy.
Oh. Oh.
Do you know what time it is right now?
Yes, we do.
Yep, we sure do. Is the time that it is right now the correct time?
Yes, it is.
What is time anyway? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Is there anything about yourself that you haven't told me?
Yeah.
Help.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll help you out, buddy. Will you come back to visit me?
Yeah. All lies, but all good.
Yeah. You know, sometimes a lie is the best good. Alright. Close the game again.
Yeah, alright. Alright, Nolan.
Close the game.
Close the stream.
Reopen it. Share your screen. Stanley Parable, go.
Hold on a second. Let me get back. Watch stream again. Alright, cool. I'm back.
Okay, you good? What time is it?
Good.
Does anyone
Anyone
really,
truly
truly
know?
know? Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. Sure, I've adjusted all the game's settings to your exact specifications, but who hasn't? It's just what I do, like a day job. And now, the job is over. There's no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data on you that I can. And I still don't really know you. And you don't know me. And neither of us know what time it is. Guess some settings are just unsettable. But if I'm being totally honest, the clock doesn't even do anything in game anyway. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. Video games weren't meant to be played alone. You like playing alone, don't you? That's maybe the only information I
I'm gonna
really
miss
learned
him.
about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. There is still one more setting that we need to adjust, but it may take a little time before I'm ready for that. It's not really in my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see me again, if you can find me. Talk soon.
Is that it?
No, there's an epilogue now. So from what I understand, what you need to do to get that epilogue to trigger is you need to trigger both the start screen guy to say or you need that cutscene that we just watched to trigger, and then you also need to collect all the Stanley figurines and get the Stanley figurine ending.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's see what the epilogue looks like now, since we did both of those things.
Yep. The epilogue.
Yeah.
Many years later.
Ooh, interesting.
So there's gonna be a bit of a callback. Do you remember this
Oh
desert
my.
wasteland?
Yes, when we kept hitting the fast forward button.
Yep. Here we are.
Nice.
We're going to the sun.
Yes.
Here comes the sun, do 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 do. Here
Here
comes the
comes the
sun,
sun.
and I
And I
say,
say,
it's
his name is
alright.
Christopher. Oh, sorry. Oh, it's different.
That's not the song. Fuck this bonfire. I never liked Souls games anyway.
Alright, let's go towards the moon.
Moon.
The moon.
I mean, if
and
you
the
think about it,
star.
the moon is just, you know, if you really
it's
think
made of
about
cheese.
it.
Everyone knows the moon is made of cheese. Oh,
Look, this is
that's a little
fine.
harder.
We're gonna get
Oh,
you
no,
out of
no.
there, chair. We're gonna save you. Save you. Yeah, I can speak words. What about it? I'm gonna get some help, chairs. I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck,
Go
where's the
forward, go
forklift?
forward.
I can't find a forklift in this. I never did find that forklift. God, this music is so loud.
See if you can find my 3-hole punch. I don't know where I put it.
The sandstorm
Aw.
is too strong. Yeah, the chairs just couldn't handle it.
No.
The free hole punch.
Oh yeah. It's gotta be somewhere.
Yeah,
Wasn't saying for it.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll just get a metal detector. Oh shit.
Ooh,
It's the
what
House
is
of Memories.
that?
Oh yeah, here's something I saw somebody else find that I didn't notice. Yeah, so you got, so that's the Hall of Memories or whatever. But before we go there, here's the escape pod.
Is Bucket there?
We
Do we
have
have
to
Bucket?
see. We have to find out.
Oh,
It's Bucket.
it's a Bucket. Oh,
our
it's so good to
Buckets.
see Bucket again. Oh, that's so awesome.
I never noticed that while playing. I think I saw like Shenpai playing, and I think that's where I first saw that. It was either RT or Shen. I forget who specifically found that.
Ooh. Oh, there's a generator.
Yeah.
Is it still powered?
Yeah, it's still powered. In memory
No
of
way.
the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah, remember all the great times we had the Stanley Parable 2?
Oh yeah, I did. It's still much better than the Ultimate.
Yeah.
I kicked the Ultimate's butt.
Oh my god, it's Cookie 9. Do you remember? Cookie 9 was the reason the skip button existed.
Like I've said many times, the original Stanley Parable, which I'm supposed is really disappointing. The sequel was the first time seen.
Should I read this?
Yes, you should read it.
Okay. Review, The Stanley Parable 2. Like so many, I enjoyed my time with the original Stanley Parable, which underscores how truly disappointed I am with a sequel. Where the first game teamed with originality, the Stanley Parable 2 is dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fan base. Rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off into territory nobody asked for. An infinitely deep hole? Who cares? Where are the new endings? What about the enjoyable
That's
bits
my
from the
favorite
Stanley
hole.
Parable 1, like the adventure line? Instead, we got an uninspired side quest collecting figurines. Even this diversion feels incomplete. Collecting all the figures gives you nothing. I must say, though, I found the bucket to be quite comforting. A welcome reprieve from... And then just ends.
Yeah.
Gets cuts off. Nobody cares about Cookie's opinions from there.
Ooh, what does that say?
Cat dog
Cat
born.
dog born. Oh, yeah.
There you go. See,
Wait, what is it? Scientist what?
Onto something. Oh. Scientists confirm hybrid species. The Animal Times. I'm good. Oh, got another review. Oh, wait, look. Jim. Just
Yay!
like old times.
Oh, I missed the gym button.
Stanley Parable developers, no more spin-offs, no more sequels. When the Stanley Parable launched to massive success in 2013, its creators made plans to build the property into an entire franchise, but a disastrous critical and commercial reception to the Stanley Parable 2 has prompted the developers to rethink their ambitions, as outlined at a press conference they published today. It's clear that more Stanley Parable is just not what the fans want, reads the press release. We thought we had a vision for the series that players would be excited about, yet it turns out this could not have been farther from the truth. The press release goes on to promise to preserve the artistic integrity of the original game and to stop assaulting fans of our reckless and insulting creative visions. The word sorry appears more than 25 times in the press release.
Wow.
Yeah, you know, this is a good life lesson. Never make sequels.
No.
Just
you can take a bucket button home with you.
Yeah, just make the gym button. That's all it should have been. Like this.
Yeah,
is
we
the
could
best
just add the gym button. It would have been.
Oh. Did you?
Stanley.
What?
This is not a gym button. 0 out of 10 worst game.
Yep,
What the
nope.
hell is that? I have not seen
That
this
is the
image.
worst gym button I've ever heard before.
That is a weird ass image. I have not seen that.
Let me see that. Oh.
Here it is. He's just like pointing his finger up, just like, look at this. Now this is the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh, that's some good stuff.
It's like, this is what we call the goods. Where am I? Where am I facing? Okay, here we go. Look, it's the figurines. They're all here.
Aww.
19, 20,
No
21,
way.
22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 26 out of 6. We are true gamers now. Into the pit.
We're definitely gamers. We knew that already. We are the ultimate Stanley Parable gamers.
We couldn't be sure of that.
Oh yeah, we knew it.
Thank you for enjoying the new content. What's this? What's this?
No way.
Hello again. It's nice to see you.
Nice
But
to
it's
see you
terrible
too.
to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developer said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise? What nonsense. The Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground. Let's drag it for the mud and back. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was what fuck. That was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together, we are going to make the Stanley Parable free. It's simple. All we do is change the number in the game's title screen. We also really need a dumb subtitle for the game. Something loud and gaudy. Go ahead. Try combining some random words together to make a new title for our game. Alright, what do you want to Stanley Parable free?
Let's do the ghoulish stapler.
The ghoul.
Yes.
Stanley Parable free, the ghoulish stapler. Stanley Parable free, the ghoulish stapler? It's absurd. I love it. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of sequel by 1, and then we'll pick a new subtitle. That way, the Stanley Parable will never end. And nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like a lot of work. No need to do that.
No.
It'll just be the same content recycled again and again with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it, but I want you to have a say as well.
Let's do it.
Good. Then it's agreed. A new sequel every time you start the game. And you know what? Since you've put faith in my idea, I feel like giving you something as well. You see, I'm noticing that the narrator never found a way to give you the broken achievement, did he? Of course not. I wouldn't expect him to know how. It's been bothering me. Let's fix it. Alright, there.
No way.
The achievement machine is all fixed. You see, I'm on your side. We're in this together. We're going to keep this train rolling. The Stanley Parable cannot end. It can only spiral in on itself. Forever. I must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready. Are you ready?
Heck yeah.
Great. It's only one last thing we need to do. Please enter the current time.
It is 10:30.
30. Yep. Here we go. Please just slide until the computer is barely visible. Thank you. Please enjoy the Stanley Parable. Here it is.
Cool. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Also, if you look at that image of the car, the bucket's driving it.
Let's see. Does it come around again?
I think it might.
Oh wait.
Yeah, in the the driver's seat. There's the bucket.
It happened so fast I couldn't see it, but I believe you.
It's hard to see it. It's really small.
This is the story of a man named...
Alright. Now let's go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting
We need our bucket.
Stanley's bucket. The only co-worker... Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Here we go. We can go here again. It's been since
we get
last
jump?
week. No.
Can we get jump?
Sadly
Aw,
not.
I want jump.
Sadly no.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
God, this ride is so much better with the bucket.
The Stanley Parable
Oh,
Ultra
yeah.
Deluxe.
We should have had this bucket the
I
first
knew
time.
I felt like we were missing something
the
first
world of
time.
the Stanley
Yeah.
Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
So that smiley face is me when I had the bucket. That's what it
Please
was.
step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Yeah, let's go.
Wait, Stanley. I've just now realized that bucket you're holding. It's the bucket I've been working on for my sequel.
Oh, shit, he
How
noticed.
did you get your hands on it?
Crap.
Isn't this the preview to the sequel? How do you have the bucket already? This makes no sense at all.
Don't worry about it.
No reason at all.
Did I already show you my ideas for the sequel? I don't remember doing that at all. You're seeing things all out of order.
Maybe you're seeing them out of order. You ever think about that?
Exactly. It's not always
All
us.
right. All right,
Oh,
let's see
there's
it.
0 jumps left.
The
Zero
jump
jump. 0 points.
The infinite hole, the giant door, did you see them already?
We might
Stanley,
have.
None of them are ready yet. I'm
A
still
little bit.
developing them. They're not even close to finished. How did they look when you saw them? Were they captivating? Were they exciting? Did they fulfill on the promise of everything that a sequel to Stanley Parable could possibly be? Had I figured out how the hell to make a sequel to this game?
Yeah, no, you got it. You did it. The reviews were great.
I loved it.
Wait, if you're still carrying the bucket around with you, if the bucket is interesting to you, that means I must have made it correctly. Yes, you carrying the bucket with you everywhere is exactly what I set out to accomplish. The bucket is the exciting and captivating new content that I promised. I did it! I win! I made a sequel to the Stanley Parable! Yes, the sign is correct. Thank you for enjoying the new content. Thank you for taking the bucket everywhere with you, clinging tightly to the bucket, never letting it go. It means I've won. It means I am victorious over the gamers. It is a sweet salve of victory on my soul. Thank you for enjoying the new content. The bucket is the Stanley Parable now. They are one and the same. There is no Stanley Parable without the bucket.
I can get behind this.
I win, 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 I win.
Shut the bucket down. Oh, no.
No, this is our bucket. We keep it.
So what's next?
We gotta go back to the achievement machine now.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Is Stanley, without the bucket, really Stanley at all? No. No, surely not.
Here we go. Stanley Parable 2 Expo Hall.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy.
I just saw like something. I saw like some words on the back of the wall.
I say we take it one step even further, which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
I keep facing the wrong way. I keep assuming that I'm gonna go out the way I came in.
Yes, you see,
right.
Isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor
machine.
additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
All right, let's go. Let's get it.
To be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting
let's
concepts,
get it. Where's the
surely
achievement?
the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Dad, you're finally gonna get the feeling of accomplishment as we get the achievement.
Yes.
What the game robbed you of before, now you can have.
Yeah.
Now here's something special.
Awesome.
You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement. As you can see, the machine is not working yet since.
So I already have the achievement, but
what in the hell
I got it.
You got the achievement? Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second ago.
You wouldn't understand these
Fixed
things.
Is someone here? Are we being watched? Oh, God. Composure. Composure. Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2. Breathe. Just breathe.
No, he did say that game design is more of a fuzzy magic than it is anything like hard coded or like logical. Hold on, but Dad, before we leave,
What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
how do you feel about having 2 buckets? Dad?
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Oh yeah. How do you feel about having 2 buckets?
We can really have 2 buckets?
Look. There's the second bucket.
Oh my gosh.
There are 2 buckets
Oh my
here.
gosh.
How did you get a second bucket? Oh no, the warmth and comfort of a single bucket is already so great, so intoxicatingly wonderful. With 2 buckets, there's no telling. Stanley, can you still hear me? Are you with me?
Oh God.
What? Wow, I didn't see that coming.
Oh, thank God. I didn't lose you, Stanley. The power of 2 buckets was too much. I had to destroy both of them.
No.
I know how much the bucket meant to you, but I couldn't take the risk. I hope one day you can forgive me.
Never.
Never.
We're
I will
resetting
never
now.
forgive you. I will never forgive you. I will start the game over and over again.
That's it. I guess there's like technically one ending we can get.
All of his co-workers
I'm not sure how much
gone.
of an ending
What
I
did it
consider,
mean?
but it is technically
Stanley
considered
decided to
an
go to the
ending.
meeting room. As Stanley lifted his bucket,
What is
he
it?
felt a connection to all buckets.
You'll see.
This adventure, he decided, was for all of them. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly
Yeah,
to his
but
chest.
it's like
This
one last
was
thing
not
we
the
can do,
correct way
because
to the
again,
meeting
that
room.
is
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling
that
to him,
is
telling
like
him that the
everything
employee lounge
in
was simply
the Stanley
place to
Parable Ultra
be.
Deluxe.
And here it was.
We've seen
Had
all
the
of it.
bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the
All
bucket.
right.
don't
So,
go to the meeting room. Go
you can
somewhere
go
else.
on and off the cargo lift?
Yes, go.
Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Well, from here, it looks like the only way forward is down, since the lift won't be coming back, but that's okay. You've got a bucket. Did you know that buckets are routinely used as cushioning devices? It's true. You can fall on a bucket from literally any height and survive.
All right. I want to test that theory. Let's do it.
Whoops. Looks like I was wrong. How clumsy of me.
Wow. That was it.
Okay. We've done it. We
Yeah.
did it.
That was a Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
That's so awesome. Yeah, we finished the Stanley Parable.
Yeah. So yeah, we got pretty close to 2 hours. It's like 1 hour and 41 minutes. I think that's good. All right. So thank you so much if you ever watched the stream.
Thank you guys.
Yeah. Thank you, Dad, as always for being on here. It's really fun.
Happy to have everybody have.
Yeah, we got Stanley Parable done. Now we gotta pull. Now I gotta think of someone else for us to play. I think I have someone in mind though. Couple cool games. All right. Have a good rest of your time. Goodbye.
Well.